Jessie B Scrapbooking here with another process video, and I'm going to do these 4 pictures um, of my friends and what the animals they got this year, and I'm going to put this in my 2020 hunting album. So I'm going to put it in a 8.5 by 11 format, and I'm going to do a 2-page spread. And I'm going to use this sketch here as inspiration, and I'm going to turn it into a 2-page spread. Okay, so I picked out that paper that at first I thought I was going to use, and then I decided I didn't like the colors, so I get rid of it and I bring in some cardstock from Walmart, and then this paper pad I got at Tuesday morning, and it's a very thin paper, but I love it. It's full of amazing um, different styles, background papers, and florals, and everything else. So I picked 2 that I thought would work good. And here I am just trimming up the cardstock. And this cardstock is just a little bit darker in color compared to the last one I had chose. And I think the other one had too much yellow in it, and the white and of this papers that I pick here just look better. They contrasted better on the darker paper. So these are little bitty white flowers on a gray background, and I I like it because it actually kind of reminds me of snow, like, but then again, it also is definitely flowers, and the pictures are um, of 4 of my friends, 2 girls and 2 guys that also hunt around here. And so I figured the flowers were neutral enough for both, um, or for all 4 of them. So my page was not long enough for this to span across 2 pages as far as I wanted it to go. And these flowers don't really have a up and down or side to side. So I was able to cut another section of it and just expand it just a little bit more so that it looks, it peeks out on the other side of the pictures. And I like that. So let's see. This paper here has a whole bunch of sayings, and they're all just like positive sayings. And I don't have the layout in front of me, so I can't remember exactly what is on it. But it it's nothing that doesn't apply. So I am cutting it in half here so that I can put half of it at the top and half of it at the bottom, just like it has in the sketch. And I really like in the sketch how it has like a um, notebook edge to it, but I don't have a notebook punch, but I'll show you what I do in a little bit to remedy that. But I found this piece of wood grain, and it came out of that same paper pad, and it's the only little scrap I have left. So I am really making it stretch here because I wanted that tag element poking out over here. I don't turn it into a tag, I leave it square, but or I don't turn it into a fishtail banner, I leave it square, but I really like the way that it looks over there. So now I'm going to commit and actually put these down. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay, so I am going to put these down all together, and so that piece actually hooks these 2 pieces of paper together because I'm just going to use it as, make it like one layout, and then I'll cut it right before I put the pictures on and cut it in half and turn it into the 2 pages. So here I'm just lining things up and trying to figure out exactly how I want everything to lay. And I used this paper, this title, Be Awesome, and it came from one of the papers in the paper pad. And these flowers and leaves also came from 2 other papers in that same paper pad. And so I would just fussy cut them out, and I really like the way that they look. And that little pop of yellow really, I think, looks really good on here. And I'm only going to do the 2 spots in the cluster, 2 cluster spots, and just like it has in the sketch. I'm not going to put in that journaling spot. I probably will add some journaling to this, but I didn't want to actually have a spot designated for it. I'll just like journal around or on that background somewhere. Okay, so here I take this hole punch, and I am just punching all the way down it, and I used the edge there as a guide so I could keep it all the same depth. And then I cut little lines in each one of those holes, and so then it's just like like I tore it out of a notebook, and I rough it up so it gives it that same tattered look, and it gives it so it looks like I had a punch, but I don't have one. And so yeah, it works out really good, and I like the way it turned out. I'm just lining up the top with the bottom using my cutter there as a straight edge. And then I decided the pictures were not popping off the background very well, and they were kind of getting lost. So I am going to just add a black mat around them, and I'm going to make it look like it's just one mat around all 4 pictures. So to do that, the insides where the pictures will meet in the center between the 2 pages, I will cut the black mat completely away, and everything else will have the mat around it, and it looks like one big photo mat that way. So just trim this up using my cutter here, and ta-da, all done. Okay, and see how it looks like it's just one big photo mat, and see how they pop off a lot nicer that way. Okay, so now I decide I can cut my 2 pages in half. There we go. Glue the pictures down. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this sketch is actually from this 100 Days of Sketches over on Sandy's channel. So if you go and check, her YouTube name is State Goddess. She's doing 100 days, 100 sketchy days or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, sorry. But it's a lot of fun, and this is her sketch for today. And so I am just playing along with her today, and so many of her sketches, I might actually do a couple more, but they probably won't be on the day that she puts them up. But I'll try and see But yeah, she picked some really good sketches. So I'm putting the title in the same, close to the same spot that they have in the sketch. And then I'm just going to add the two little clusters. And I actually ended up losing a couple of the little tiny leaves. So they don't have quite as many of the fussy cut leaves as I first started off with. But it's okay. They turned out good. It was just a couple of little single leaves that they probably fell on the floor. And so I'm using a mixture of my ATG gun and liquid glue gun, or liquid glue, and to put them down with. So there we go. I think that cluster's just about done. And on to this one. But yeah, no, I like that yellow on there. It Everything else is very black, white, and gray, and so these flowers definitely pop, but it doesn't take away from the pictures, because the pictures everyone's wearing Hunter's orange in them, so that draws your attention to the pictures, and I like that. So let's see here. I think after this I am going to go into my sequins, and I'm going to pick out some gold sequins, and I'm going to put 3 sequins in each cluster just to give it a little bit of sparkle. And these sequins I picked up, I think I get these ones from the Dollar Tree, and so did that little container I also got at the Dollar Tree. And it works good for holding and separating the sequins in the different colors. And I'm just using my tacky glue to hold them down, and I use quite a bit of glue usually when I put sequins down, just to make sure that they stay. And then I'm using my puffy paint here, and I'm just putting 2 dots beside each sequin, and a big one and a little one, and that's it. I'm going to call this layout done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Thank you.